Alright, so let's just say that these are the runs that this Cub scored in their last however many games. In order to make a a dot plot, we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and these should all be the same length apart, 6, 7, 8, and we don't really have to go farther. So this is runs scored. Over here will be the number of times. Every time I make a graph, I want to label my axes, and so I'm just going to run through just like we did in class: 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 2, 6, 7, 0, 1. And so this is what a dot plot would look like. Now, that's how you make a dot plot. And so the next thing that we talked about was the shape of distribution. Now for this distribution, because most of the data is over here, and then it sort of spreads out throughout, I would consider this one skewed to the right. If it looks like this, that would be considered symmetric. That would also be considered symmetric. That would also be considered symmetric. If it's flat like that, we refer to that as uniform. And if the tail is over on the left, this is skewed to the left. There's one more shape that we sometimes see, and this is called bimodal, simply because there are two different places where you can get a lot of data. So coming back up to this first dot plot, if I wanted to describe this distribution, we need three things. We need the shape, so we already said the shape is skewed to the right. We would need the center. The center looks to me to be is about 3, because it looks like that would be where the center of this distribution is. And the spread, or the range, is 7 for the number of times the Cubs scored. So whenever you're describing this situation, shape, center, spread, situation. And if you do these 4 things, that will give you a perfect score on any name this distribution. Alright, now we're going to make a stem plot. And these were the final scores from 2013. And so basically, I have a key that I'm going to write down where 7-9 equals 79. And this was the finals scores. And so 79, 82, 85, 85, 85, so I put 1 down, 87, 89, 91, 93. You notice I want to make the same amount of breaks. So in looking at this distribution, this looks to be pretty symmetric, since we have it on the top. We have, this is symmetric with a center at 85 and a range of 14. And I should say this has a center of about 85. Unless we go ahead and check it, I always like to use fuzzy words. Alright. If I wanted to add in 2014 scores, I need to raise this up a little bit. So that's 6 and that's 5. And so, as over here is the 2013, I'm going to come over here and do this as, and I'll just write 2014 over here on the other side. So we got 52, 70, 75, 78, 82, 85, 87, and 91. So, when we take a look at this, we want to compare 2013 and 2014, and we will compare them in the same way. Now, this one, the 2014 is skewed to the left, it looks like. And I'm even going to say with an outlier, while 2013 is symmetric. Now, when I compare, I'm just comparing and I'm not necessarily using numbers. So I'm going to say 2014 has a bigger range than 2013 and a smaller center. Now, at this point, we wouldn't get a perfect score because we haven't done the situation. So I'm going to say on their final exams for statistics. So you want to make sure you get all of that information in here and you're comparing one to the other. You don't just want to say the center's here for one and the center's here for another. Alright, so for this one, let's just say that this was people's, I don't know, what time they wake up in the morning or what time they actually get to work in the morning, however you want to do it. But we have this list of numbers and we just wanted to make a stem plot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to split them. So 8/0 is going to equal 800 so that I don't have to worry about it. I'm just going to worry about the first two numbers. So we got 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. I should move this away. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're only going to do anything from 0 to 4. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, then we go to 5. So down here we got everything from 5 to 9. So this would be 5, 7, 8, 8. How many 8s? 1, 2, 3, 4 8s. 9. 9, 15, so this would be 0 to 4 again. 1, and let me put like 979 over here just so we can have one for the bottom row. 1, 2, 2, 2, 7. So basically you split up into 5 and 5 just so we can see this, and this one would definitely be skewed to the right because the pattern goes more data at the bottom than there is at the top.